Alright mate, how's it going? Dan here from the Googly. Now, we've been away for a while, but we're finally back. Today, we are finally back with a brand new video, DMing 100 cricketers to see who replies. Now, this is a trend that started a few years ago, but more recently I've seen the likes of Chris MD and Zerka almost bring it back to life, if you like, so I thought, hey, why not give it a go myself? Now, a couple of things we probably should mention before this video starts. It's pretty key to the success of it. The Googly Twitter account has around 2,300 followers, but the problem with Twitter is it's quite difficult to message people because you can change all the message settings. Now, the Googly Instagram is even smaller, around 200 followers, but the good thing about Instagram is you can pretty much message anyone at any time unless you've been blocked. And finally, and probably the most obvious thing, is that I don't have the luxury that the likes of Josh and Chris and pretty much anyone who makes these kinds of videos has, which is a blue tick next to my name, especially on Instagram. I'm fairly sure blue tick messaging, I don't know, but if one blue tick to another gets you put in a completely separate category. So we're going to be slumming it with around 200 followers on Instagram, 2,500, 2,300 on Twitter. So it could really be a bit of a flop, but even if it is, it'll still be a fun video to make and it'd be a nice one to get the channel up and running again. So I've come armed with a book full of player names. There you go. You can't see them just yet, but they will become clear. And I think we're going to start with Jofra Archer. So Jofra Archer, 337,000 followers, obviously having a great time of it with England. He's had a brilliant start to his career. He's doing well in the IPL. He's playing right now, 5:20 on Wednesday. This is being recorded, so he's in action for the Rajasthan Royals. Steve Smith has just got out, actually. So we may have to move on to Steve Smith after this one. But Jofra Archer, what is he most well known for? Well, it has to be Warzone. So obviously we'll just ask Jofra whether he fancies a game. Sent. Hey Joff, fancy a game of Warzone anytime soon? Seen you carrying the other England lads every time you jump on and thought you might like to give your back/shoulders a break. 1 down, 99 to go. Now I just mentioned another person we could message, Steve Smith. Evening Steve, great to see you scoring runs for Rajasthan in the IPL. Keep it up, but please don't slaughter us again in the Ashes next year because he was ridiculous last summer. I can't be dealing with that again. And while we're on the subject of Rajasthan players, there's another man. Here he is, my hero. That's exactly what I'm going to say to him. Rahul Tewatia, the man who did an absolute madness the other day. There is a post to block out the noise, and that's exactly what he did. He was struggling, and then he did a madness. So Rahul Tewatia, what a man. Love you, kiss, and we'll even put a goat emoji in as well. So that's gone. David Warner, he can go next. Couldn't get through this without messaging Warner. And then a bunny emoji. Go on, 4 down. Right, next I'm going to go for Hashim Amla. Now, I wanted to get him in a group with Moeen Ali, but Moeen Ali doesn't have Instagram. I don't even think he has Twitter, actually. Because what I wanted to ask Hashim was who has the better beard. So I guess I'm just going to have to ask Hashim and see what he says. Hash, big question. Who has the better beard, you or Moeen Ali? Sticking with South Africans, I'm going to go for Faf du Plessis. Now, he had an early stint with Lancs back before he played international cricket for South Africa when he was a Colpack player. He used to play in the Lancs League for Ramsbottom, I think. So I'm going to ask Faf if he fancies coming back to Lancashire once he's finished with South Africa. Sent. So Virat Kohli, you knew this one was coming. There's any number of things we could say to Virat Kohli, but I've got one. So we're going to go with just a picture of him looking in pure disbelief. And I believe that was the delivery that cleaned him up by Adil Rashid. So we're going to say, still having nightmares about that leggy from Adil Rashid, mate. Now, I checked before recording if anyone had a birthday today, and it turns out it's Martin Guptill's birthday. So actually, he might even be asleep, and it might not be his birthday anymore in New Zealand. But we're going to send him a birthday wish anyway. So we've gone with happy birthday, Martin. Hope you've had a great day. Come back to the Red Rose soon. Again, he was obviously at Lancs for a little bit in T20s. So next, we're going to go for a double. I'm going to send a message to KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal. Hi lads, if you could keep scoring runs and getting me fantasy points, that would be much appreciated. Obviously those two in fine form. So just like with KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal, we got 2 with 1. This time we're going to get 4 with 1. It's going to be me with Ben Stokes, Chris Wokes, James Anderson and Stuart Broad. The picture that we're going to send in, we're going to say who wore it best. The lads after they came back from lockdown, Stokes, Anderson, Wokes and Broad. All with headbands, who wore it best. So keeping with the England lads, I think we're going to message Josh Butler. So we put this picture in of Butler saluting Sheldon Cottrell, and we're going to write, please can we have a repeat of this next time you face Sheldon. Now, Cottrell actually got Butler out in the IPL game the other night, and it pretty much ruined my day to see Butler getting saluted by Cottrell. So hopefully he can turn it on his head next time and give Cottrell a bit of his own medicine back. And with that in mind, we may as well message Sheldon Cottrell. He's even called Salute Cottrell on Instagram. And I don't think we need to write a message this time. We'll just go with just a picture will do. No words needed. Now we're going to go away from the likes of Sheldon Cottrell and the IPL and international superstars just for a minute and take a visit down the grassroots lane almost to Pavel Florin. What a man he is. Done. Pavel Florin messaged. So we're going to message Ben Curran, Sam Curran and Tom Curran, all three of the Curran brothers. So evening lads, rank yourselves in order from best to worst for the following: batting, bowling, fielding and banter. No arguments. Hopefully I haven't started anything there if they do see it. Right, now next we're going to go to AB de Villiers, I think. What can you say about AB? A brilliant player. 11.1 million followers on Instagram. That is big time. AB, does it bother you that your name is AB de Villiers rather than ABC de Villiers? No? Anyone? Well, I've sent it anyway now, so who cares? Rob Key's always good for a laugh, so let's message him. He's a Kent boy. Oh, you can't message Rob Key? Oh, disaster. Right, so after that brief mishap with Instagram, I've taken about an hour and we've come back, and now we're going to try again with Rob Key, and it's let us go through to the messages this time, so that is perfect. Keezy, who do you like more, Joe Denley or Zach Crawley? With that in mind, we'll drop Joe Denley a message. Hi Joe, what's your favourite meme that the Denley meme team have produced? If you don't know about that, go over to Kent's Twitter, or just to be honest, anything to do with Joe Denley. There's a group of people who just make memes about Joe Denley, and it's class content, to be honest. It's just what you love to see from cricket content. So England announced their new central contracts today, and Dom Sibley and Ollie Pope have both been given one, so I've added them both to a chat and sent them the England Instagram post and just put, congratulations lads, well deserved. Now someone who's slightly less well known is Abdul Samad, who recently made his debut for Sunrisers, so we'll just congratulate him on that. Congratulations on making your debut, mate. Good luck for the future. We're going to head over to Australia now, and we're going to message Adam Zampa. Who wears the trousers in the Love Cafe relationship, you or Marcus? Then we're going to send the same thing to Stoinis. Who wears the trousers in the Love Cafe relationship, you or Adam? Staying in Australia, Alyssa Healy broke MS Dhoni's T20 keeping record the other night, so we'll message her. Great to see you go past Dhoni the other night, brilliant achievement. And it'd be foolish not to message MS Dhoni off the back of that. If you ever get tired of keeping for CSK, don't be afraid to hit me up, mate. Being in stunning form, filling in with the gloves for my club team lately. Fancy a challenge on Indian pitches now, since I've conquered the Greater Manchester Cricket League. Craig Overton, good season with Somerset. Congrats on a class season, Craig. Simon Hammer, another brilliant year with Essex. Shortlisted for the PCA MVP as well again. You ridiculous Simon, another unbelievable year. Scott Borthwaite's gone back to Durham, we'll send him a good luck message. All the best back at Durham, Scott, go smash it. Still Wednesday as I'm recording this as well, so tomorrow is the Vitality Blast quarter-finals day, so let's get some messages sent to some of the players from those teams. So Jack Leaning from Kent, Colin Ackerman from Leicestershire. Best of luck in tomorrow's quarter-final, Colin. Will Jacks from Surrey. Sakib Mahmood from Lancashire, go well. Adam Rossington from Northants, very underrated player. Good luck in tomorrow's quarter-final. Nottinghamshire's Tom Moores. Phil Salt from Sussex. So we've done 7 out of the 8 teams in the quarterfinals there on Instagram. We're going to move over to Twitter to do Gloucestershire. We're going to message James Bracey, who we've interviewed on the channel before. All the best for tomorrow's quarterfinal, James. Away from county cricket and back to the IPL, we're going to do Nicholas Poor, and what a ridiculous piece of fielding he did the other night. And Kings 11 put this Instagram post out of the picture of when he had his accident 5 years ago, next to the picture of him mid-air flying to stop that ball from going for 6 the other night. So we're going to send that to him. I'm going to put, you're an inspiration to everyone, mate, keep smashing it. Now, one of Poran's teammates from Kings 11, Glenn Maxwell, should have been at Lancs this year had it not been for everything that's going on. So we'll message him about that. Hi Maxie, good we didn't get to see you for the Red Rose at Old Trafford this year. Make sure you come back soon. Rakeem Cornwall's next. We just sent him a picture of him down in a yard of ale when he was at Thames Ditton in Surrey. So as you can tell, it's a new day, day 2 of DMing 100 cricketers. Now, one good thing about this taking a bit longer than I anticipated is that, hey, new day, new birthdays. So today's Chris Green's birthday, spinner for the Sydney Thunder. So we'll give him a message, happy birthday, Chris. It's also Shamar Brooks' birthday, the West Indian batsman. England women wrapped up a 5-0 win yesterday against the West Indies in their series, so we're going to message the England skipper Heather Knight. Jack Leach, how could we not message Jack Leach? Name a better duo, I'll wait. Now Andrew Flintoff, not necessarily known as a serious guy, but he's released a pretty serious documentary the other night on BBC One called Freddie Flintoff Living with Bulimia, so we'll send him a message about that. Class to see you speak out like that, Freddie, big love. We're going to whack Ian Bell and Babar Azam in the same chat. 2 contenders, but only 1 winner. Who's got the better looking cover drive? Ishan Kishan scored 99 for the Mumbai Indians the other night, albeit in a losing cause, but still a brilliant knock. We'll send him a message. So I'm going to tell him, wasn't a massive fan of you in the Netflix documentary a few years ago. If you haven't seen that, make sure you do check it out, the Mumbai Indians Netflix doc, on Netflix obviously. But it seems like you've matured a bit now. That was an unbelievable knock the other night. Keep up the good work. Which is true. He didn't come across great, I don't think, in that documentary, but he was young and he was naive probably and taking his place in the team for granted. And now looking, only coming to the team for an injury, but 99 in one game, it's going to be hard to leave him out again. So Jimmy Neesham's a bit of a joker on Twitter, so we'll message him on Instagram. Jimmy, today's big question: would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? And Mark Wood's someone else who likes a joke, so I think we'll send him the same thing. Today's big question: would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Sachin Tendulkar, have we not messaged him yet? Afternoon, Sachin. If you could have dinner with any 3 people in the world, who would they be and why? Right, next we've got Matthew Wade and Nathan Lyon in a group. I'm sure you can tell where this is going. Nice, Gary! Young lad from RCB, Paddy, he's had a good start to the IPL. Let's give him a message. Been brilliant to watch you in action so far in the IPL. Keep smashing it. Rishab Pant, let's talk to him. Done any babysitting lately, mate? PCA have announced some shortlists for their cricket awards, so we're going to message some of the nominees. So Sarah Glenn messaged her, well deserved. Tom Lammonby as well, brilliant season, mate, congrats. Right, new day, Friday the 2nd of October, the 3rd time I'm trying to record this. Hopefully this is the last day. Got about 40 to go. Straight into today's birthdays. Tom Moody, it's his birthday, we'll send that to him. Blessing Muzarabani from Northants. And finally Gerald Coetzee, a very talented young South African. Right, Ricky Ponting, done all sorts, won the lot, but what's the one thing you can send to Ricky Ponting? It's a picture of Gary Pratt. Right, back on the PCA page again. They've released their team of the year now, so we're going to message some of those lads who made it in. Jake Libby from Worcestershire, Ben Duckett from Notts, Gloucestershire's Ryan Higgins is in there, Glamorgan's Chris Cook, and finally Darren Stevens from that list. It's absolutely mad that he's still doing the business now. Timeless, what a player. We've got this summer's West Indian pace quartet, Alzari Joseph, Jason Holder, Kemar Roach and Shannon Gabriel. Just sent him a picture of them in the cable knits that are absolutely beautiful. When I grow up, I want to be as cool as you four are. P.S. Send me one of those jumpers, please. On to the next one. Rashid Khan's going to be playing his 50th game for the Sunrisers today. So Kagiso Rabada, I saw this ridiculous stat the other day. The last time Rabada went wicketless in an IPL match was the 2nd of May 2017. That's 16 IPL matches in a row where he has taken at least 1 wicket. So I said, you're ridiculously good, KG. Keep it up. I'm enjoying all the IPL fantasy points you're getting me. Brendan McCullum and Owen Morgan in the chat with me. Lads, look at us. The 3 best captains in world cricket in one single Instagram group chat. What are the chances? I'll tell you one thing, neither of those have ever masterminded a win against Sheffield Uni's second team at the Headingley Indoor School, have they? Monty Panesar, got any more workout videos on the way, Monty? Rahul Chahar doing very well in the IPL at the moment. Got Glenn Maxwell and KL Rahul out the other night. So I'm going to head back over to Twitter to do one more, because I actually have a test leg spinner with more than 200 wickets who follows me. Bit of a flex, eh? The best Aussie leg spinner of all time, Stuart McGill. And what we've said to Stuart McGill is, hi Stuart, hope you're well. Who do you think is the best all-format leg spinner in the world at the moment? Now, speaking of Australian leg spinners, let's go to the lesser of the two, Shane Warne. Let's go and message him. 708 test wickets, but what is he most well known for? Hair transplants. Now, as someone who's going a bit thin in the corners, no clearly stated that, I'm going to message Shane about that. I'm going a bit thin in the corners, reckon you could pull some strings and get me in for a hair transplant. On the subject of hair, Kevin Peterson had some shockers early on in his career, so we'll message him about that. Kev, what would you say your worst ever hairstyle was? Now, we asked Stuart McGill who he thought the best multi-format leg spinner was. Well, if it's just an ODI and T20 a white ball leg spinner, then this man, Yuzvendra Chahal, must be in with a shout. Class as always, one of the best in the game, I've said. Ishant Sharma, well, we've just sent him a picture of Alistair Cook getting him out, because why not? Dom Bess has recently transferred from Somerset to Yorkshire, so we've said best of luck at Yorkshire, Dom. You'll smash it, England's #1 spinner for years to come. Pat Cummins, the most expensive man at last year's IPL auction. Did you find a way to spend all that IPL cash, Pat? Dale Staines, big on Instagram, big on social media. Hi Dale, who's the best batsman you've ever bowled at? Mitchell Stark, you or Mitchell Johnson, who's the better bowler in their prime? Joe, who's the most difficult player you've ever had to captain? That's what we've asked Joe Root. Jasprit Bumrah, Jasprit, I used to bowl decent off spin, now I'm awful. Might try my hand at pace bowling instead. Any tips on how to bowl the perfect Yorker? Dwayne Bravo, any new music coming soon? Come on, you didn't think we'd get through this without messaging Mitchell Johnson, did you? What more needs to be said? Anderson v Johnson, top sledging. Classic. We'll stick with the Aussies for the last couple. Michael Clark. So I've just sent him the video of him telling James Anderson to get ready for a broken arm. I said that wasn't very nice, was it? Right, by my reckoning, we've got 6 people left to do, and I've got 5 people in this one chat. So we've got Aaron Finch, Kieran Pollard, Chris Gale, Rohit Sharma and Shane Watson. Lads, between the 6 of us in this chat, we've scored 50,166 T20 runs. Someone isn't pulling their weight though. Krish, you have to do more for us. And finally, it's time for message number 100. I can't quite believe we're here. It's taken a couple of days with the temporary Instagram messaging bans we've been given. But there's only one way to finish this off. And to Brett Lee, we have said, what's the best moment of your entire cricketing career? And why is it bowling bouncers at Piers Morgan? Everyone enjoyed that. And there we have it, 100 cricketers DM'd on Instagram and Twitter. We finally got to the end. I'm going to give it a couple of days and then we're going to come back maybe on Sunday afternoon and we'll see who's replied to the messages and who has blanked us. Probably everyone has blanked us. Okay, so we've given it a couple of days, we've taken a bit of time away to allow for some replies, and to my surprise, we actually have some replies. Starting on Instagram, the one and only legendary Pavel Florin message was back. I said, Pavel, you're a legend, mate, keep up the good work, and he said thank you, so that's very nice of Pavel. What a man he is. Someone who's played test matches fairly recently for England replied to me in the form of Craig Overton. I said congrats on a class season after he was named the Bob Willis Trophy MVP, and he said thank you for that as well. Chris Cook from Glamorgan, I said congrats Chris on his selection in the team of the year, and he liked the message. Over to Twitter, James Bracey replied to us. I wished him all the best for the quarter-final on Thursday. They won that game, and he said thanks lads on Thursday morning. Didn't quite get all the way on Sunday in finals day, but they won the quarter-final, so thanks James for that reply. And Stuart McGill, we got a reply from an Australian test leg spinner with more than 200 wickets in the form of Stuart McGill. So I asked Stuart who he thought the best all-format leg spinner in the world was at the moment. And his reply was interesting actually. He said, I'm a little biased and it's a tough question, but I would have a good look at Matt Critchley from Derby and he can bat. I said, interesting choice, seen quite a bit of Matt already, definitely a talent. So Stuart McGill replied to us, that's a biggie. So there you have it, 100 cricketers DM'd on Instagram and Twitter, 5 replies in the end, Craig Overton, Pavel Florin, Chris Cook liked the message, and then we had James Bracey and Stuart McGill. They'd make a decent 5-a-side team, I think, those 5. Now, for some reason, I can't think for the life of me why, but Virat Kohli and MS Dhoni haven't messaged us back yet. If they do, I will let you know. But thanks for watching the video, and I hope you have a good day.